you know, there's lots of cars that can drive 30 miles, 100 miles, you know, without a trailer, you know, on a beautiful Saturday, and then, you know, run at an event that, you know, you've been testing at for days and, you know, go really fast. But to be able to drive the, you know, 800, 900, 1,000 miles and have different conditions at each track and actually run fast, you know, that's, I think, the true test of what's the fastest street car.
At the end of the day, a street car is all up for interpretation to the owner of the car. You know, like, they're not daily drivers, they're not a stock car off the showroom floor. But if you can race a car for 5 days and drive it, you know, every dragon drives over 500 miles, I think. There's no other way to prove that the car can race and drive.
Even if they maybe look stockish, every part on the car like that, it's low 6-second cars, they are really built for the task.
It went from running a 6 every day to where this week we're hoping that somebody runs a 5 every day.
It is a brutal, brutal situation to put yourself into, because it's not that easy to run a 5-second pass and be able to drive the car. 36
hours was the drive time that we logged, because, you know, you look at, 900 miles, you put it in the map, Georgia to Bradenton, no big deal. But in, you know, an unlimited car, that 4-hour drive probably going to take you 8 hours.
It'll teach you so much about, this type of stuff will teach you more about yourself than you could ever learn, you know, from anything else car related, race car related. The road, driving on the road is what separates these cars from everything else. The unlimited class, I mean, that would go back to, I guess the best way is the way I remember Freiberger saying it, and unlimited was he didn't care if you had a funny car, top fuel funny car. If somehow you could get that thing to drive on the street and go from track to track, then, hey, that car can participate in the event. And I mean, that's what the talk was. Now it took a while for unlimited to progress to what unlimited is now, but I mean, it was a no-holds-barred deal. It just, I mean, it wasn't until, I mean, obviously 2000, well, when 6 Seconds 1.0 came out, when Denny Terzic built that, that was to push the rules as far as they thought the rules could be pushed, and they were unsuccessful with the car, and then I bought it as a roller, and we put the twin turbo setup in there and struggled with it for a couple years, but 2013 finally got it all together. It was the first car to run a 6 every day at a drag and drive, and a lot of the talk about that was that it was a pro mod back then. Now you look at 1.0 and it's a mild build compared to how wild 2.0 is, or Lutz's car, or a lot of the other cars that are out there. So it went from running a 6 every day to where this week we're hoping that somebody runs a 5 every day.
The unlimited class started at Drag Week, and it got out of hand, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 years ago. And I built what I called the Evil Twin. It was a fiberglass version of my black 57. And I thought it was going to be lighter weight and everything. And then Larson built his Pro Mod pickup truck. And then I won that year that he brought the Pro Mod pickup truck. And then Tom bought the 6 Second car, and I knew the guy that owned that. I drove that car before Tom actually bought it, and it was a full-blown Pro Mod, you know. So
Well, this all started with Larry Larson, you know, with his car, and my car was a lot like what Larry's Chevy 2 was. It's basically, you know, a original car that used to be a car with a real VIN, and what started off, it was all steel. And, you know, I wanted to come out and kick Larry's ass because that's what everybody wanted to do. That's just like Tom now. I want to kick Tom's ass, so we're building a car to do that. So you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So that's where this started. I wanted to be the best, so I started to beat Larry. And about the time I got it built, then Tom brings out his first plastic car.
I don't think there's any rules in Unlimited other than the general vehicle rules that for street car stuff. And basically it's unlimited. It's the fastest class. Generally whoever wins the overall was in Unlimited because the car has the most potential to go that fast because of the modifications done to it.
You know, all these cars are pretty much the same underneath. Some are carbon bodies, some have a bit of steel in them, but yeah, if you want to, you know, if you want to aim for bottom sixes, low, you know, the top fives, they're all pretty similar.
The Camaro we bring this year is more like a pro mode car that we have converted back into some street trim things on it. So we put a really large cooling system on it and all the lights and everything like that. So it's more like a pro mode converted back instead of a street car converted into be something like a pro mode, because we tried that and yeah, it would probably be good like a 650 car or something, but when you push it harder, it's we found the limit of that chassis. So now it's a purpose-built race car converted into a drag and drive trim.
It's a hard thing to describe, you know. I mean, you take the fastest Mustang or Camaro, whatever you like, and take it to your, you know, local desolate road and turn it loose, and you think that's fast, and you come riding this thing, I'll make you feel something.
You know, I do a TV show called Street Outlaws, and ever since I started that, throughout those years, Tom has started Sick Week, and he had always asked me to come, and my schedule always conflicted. Well, the past 2 years, my winters have been open, and I've been able to come here, and I'm just so happy to support him and the drag and drive community because, you know, it's one of the things I love to do, and it's like one big family out here.
There's no other event that has the capability of doing what you can do at Sick Week. And it doesn't have to do with just us sick, it has to do with the tracks. Like literally we are in the best time of the year to be down south racing. We're on world-class tracks to where all these tracks are capable of running nitro funny cars or nitro dragsters. I mean, so the fact that we're on tracks that capable means that to run fives.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, wanted to give you a couple of updates here this morning as we are working on the racetrack.
Man, I don't know why I keep doing this. Like I said, I'm 58 years old. I should be thinking about retiring and saving some money, but I don't know. I own my own business. I got a good crew at home. They're kind of keeping things running. And I like the competition and camaraderie between everybody. I mean, everyone out here is cool. They loan you anything they got. You know, I do the same for them. You know, if I got it and I'm not using it, they've got it, you know, but it just, I don't know, I think it's a very bad addiction. I don't even know that there's a cure for it, so I'm gonna have to find a race or rehab center in probably the next couple years.
But the times we set here almost withstand the whole year. I think nobody was faster than the Sick Week. So I think Sick Week is the most competitive drag and drive right now, and there's where we want to be. We ship a car from Sweden to compete with the best. So yeah, Sick Week is the way. It's the place to be on.
We all come down here to southern Georgia, Florida. The weather's good majority of the time, but the weather's good. No one's got anything to do. Everyone wants to go racing. All the big boys bring out their baddest toys, and we all put them down and see what's up. There's more fast cars here than probably any other event, definitely any other event held. And as far as being a drag and drive, when you come here, this is it. It's the best people, the best parts, the best cars, the best teams, and we all come here, and this will show you what everyone's got in the tank for the rest of the year.
thought I was good to go. This morning I checked the oil filter, nothing in it, all good. It broke a rod. First pass today, second pass. So it's laying right there. We don't know what's happening. My engine guy's with us. He thinks we got a bad batch of rods, so I really don't know. I'm deflated. I really, really, really wanted to do this and compete and finish sick week. So I did drag and drive a long time ago. We had a lot of fun doing it, and I helped pioneer a lot of it, and I enjoy doing it, and I'll always enjoy doing it. I'm just getting older. I just don't know how many more I got in me. People always ask, how much fun is it? I said it's the worst thing you could do in a race car. Because this is a race car. This ain't a street car. It's a street-driven Pro Mod. So hopefully we'll get it done one of these days.
I'm all pumped up, ready to go now. Thought it was going to take a couple more Red Bulls, but I'm ready to roll.
Is here.
It fills the fuel rate with air, and it's really, really hard to just crank it up again and bring it in. The pump is pumping.
Hoping we get this thing to go down this time and we can pack up and hit the road. Brigham went left. We've been going left all weekend, and in the couple times we've got to do something, and we feel like aiming right was going to compensate for that left because it's only at this track. Like when we test Orlando and stuff, I mean the car's going straight, so thought could compensate for it. And then I was trying to get the tires on the ground to get it back right, and then I was at the point to where I think I'm just going to hit the cones, so then I just have to lift and conservative 105 60 foot. 274 to the 330, and then obviously I was in the other lane by I hit the 8th, but you see here's our 399 from testing, 105 275 399. So literally if it would have stayed in the damn right lane, that was a 5, which actually isn't what we were trying for. We were trying for a 620 to try and be conservative and get on the road, but so we'll see. Hopefully we can keep the thing in the right lane this time and make it happen. So
667 still.
Drove the
crap out of that thing.
It was shaking like crazy. I should have lifted because it was a little out of the groove. But it came back around and I thought, ah, screw it, I'll just make a run and see where it goes. And so I think we're just gonna take it. So I'm not, at this point, taking my win and making the road is just as important as trying to stay here and go like, I think it should have really went like a 630 or something like that. So it's not like we're gonna go a 590 on that pass on this track. So I think I'm happy with it. So I think we're gonna go.
That was 3 kids, super lazy.
Yeah.
Super lazy.
So the earlier kits were the same?
Yeah, same as when we went to the 99.
Made it through the 60 okay, but we were rattling pretty hard. Haven't looked at the data yet, but I had to pedal it out there. Yeah, with the way the day's going, I think we're just going to hand that one in and try and improve upon it for the week.
Straight into sixes, 671, 216, so we're happy with that. We're happy with that. That was good.
Just changing some spark plugs, it just blows me away how easy it is now. Swap a set of plugs, take a belt off, throw a different tune in it, and drive it down the road 300 miles. So, but now it's kind of, so far so good. I don't like to brag, I don't want to brag, I don't like to make predictions, but you know, knock on wood, maybe it'll do it all week. That's what we're after. So 71, it wasn't the best in the world, but it wasn't the worst either. You know, you got to live the race another day.
Yeah, we blew the intake topic off again, so didn't get any boost.
Oh, dang.
So hopefully we can arrange something and do another hit. Really lazy 60 foot and didn't have any boost on the run, so just clicked up 738 or something. So trying to fix that intake and with some ratchets now. I can fix it later tonight with glue. And yeah, make another pass to see if hope's going better.
$781. 180, 100, I don't know. I truly turned the time slip in before I even looked at it because I knew that if it started with a single digit number, I was turning it in. But yeah, everything's good. Car seems to be okay. Transmission was a little hot on the big end. It was smoking and stuff. I had to kind of get off the big end kind of fast.
had a couple cylinders out that pass, had an O2 sensor issue, and it was really rich, so I should have went like a high 20. We're gonna get ready to run again because I feel like other guys are gonna be right at us. So 648 is not where we want to be, so we're gonna get ready and then make the decision. We're gonna run again here in a minute.
It's not good.
I appreciate you, man.
All right, no problem, man.
It's not good. We took a guess and it kind of worked, but it spun on the top end of the racetrack. So, shook the mirror out of it, shook the door handle lock out of it, shook a whole bunch of stuff out of it. So, we have to fix that and then see what we're going to do about going back up there.
Son of a bitch. What's he hit? Yeah, he hit the wall. Yeah.
Where you are. We're hopping the wall. Please stay where you are. So once again, we appreciate everybody's patience. If you have made a run already, please stop what you're doing. Go turn in your time slip at the pavilion on the left side of the racetrack.
Well, they called the event essentially, so you get only the pass that you got to make. So the late start really hurt us. So me being unhappy about that 648, that was pretty foolish because now we're leaving number one. So it's really unfortunate for people that had aborted runs and things like that, but that's how these things go.
It's starting to get dark. There's been like slowdowns. I mean, from number one, us getting a late start with the water in the track, and then with yesterday not getting the testing. And they made the call that they're going to run out everything that's in the lanes, but they're not going to make it to all run. Well, I needed all run. So with us going left on that hit and crossing the center line, I've got a 20. Stuck with this on a 20-second pass. Well, literally, I drive that thing 1,000 miles. I got to do a complete refresh on everything with it. And not to be I'm all about winning or whatever, but I'm here to set the records with stuff. And that's what that car's built for. Unfortunately, there's always next year. So because to do what needs to be done or what we want to do, this is the only event that you can do it. I mean, there is no other event that's going to go to 5 or 4 world-class tracks and give you the killer prep that you need to run a 5 every day or a 5-second average. So like, this is it. 6 weeks, the only one. I mean, there is no other event that can do that. So, I mean, yep, you can run 6, there's all kinds of other stuff, but like, I gotta wait a year. I mean, literally to get to this point, and now I gotta wait a whole nother year before I get to do it again. Like, that's a bummer. So, we're just I'm gonna load it up in the rig. And then...
Went a 688 or 89. I said if it started with a 6, we were going to take it and hit the road, and we took it and hit the road, so we're getting out of here.
Let's make sure the lights, everything are looking.
That'll bring up our next pair, the S10 pickup truck right hand side, and the third
All right, man. We're out. Mental note, it was a good thing I didn't lift. This is where it gets serious, man. Time to zone out.
For Wednesday's action, day number 2, we would like to get you on the road as soon as
95% of this is out on the road, and that's where it kind of made me feel 18 again, you know? Out on the road, it's kind of funny I think when you have a pretty fast car, if you've got a stock car, the road part isn't hard, right? But you got a pretty wild or radical car, pretty much anything that's running probably in the 9s and faster in the quarter, in your mind, you're like, yeah, we got this, no problem. And then you get like, you pull out of the racetrack, like the first day we pulled out of the racetrack, it was dark, we're late. We gotta drive 320 miles. We make it like to the gas station right there, because we gotta fill up, you know? And it was, drive down the road, it's squeak, pop, crackle. You're like, what was that? What was this? What was that? What was this?
Everything is getting faster, it's getting quicker, but the longevity is what makes that really, really complicated. And I think we're still lacking some of that technology and experience to get some of those really, really fast, quick cars to live. But it's definitely come leaps and bounds in the last, you know, I don't know, 10 years, 5 years especially. So it's like 6s are the new 8s at this point, it feels like, but they're still hard to do. They're not easy to do.
I couldn't agree with that more.
It's definitely odd, you know, especially people that only race and push them around the pits. You know, the guy that tunes it for me rode with me last year, and first one he ever done, we pulled out the gate, he looked at me and said, we're really doing this. I said, yes, we are.
The journey with your friends and with people you just met, I mean, that's awesome. And everybody's there to help you along the way. So, I mean, it's cool. You're never stranded in drag and drive because, well, unless you're the last guy. But like, other than that, there's almost always people behind you that are willing to stop and help and check on you. And I mean, and I've broke multiple times, and I mean, never was stranded. I mean, I've got people come with trailers to take me back to the track with, and they weren't even people participating in the event, just bystanders. So it really shows you the core of America and like how cool people really are. And when you get away from call it the politics of everything, and you just get down to man and car and running the roads of America.
Roll 200 miles. When did we leave? We left at 7 o'clock. And yeah, roads are beautiful. Like, didn't get lost because we've been on 75 the whole time. And yeah, car's running cool. It's a cool night, comfortable, no traffic. Yeah, pretty easy miles.
We're at this new racetrack, I guess, Leadfoot. Well, we're about 190 miles in and 80 something more to go. Is that what it is? Yeah, we'll have to not suck as much tomorrow, and maybe we can get in with the fast cars. So, yeah. Oh well. Yeah, fifth overall in our class. Bad day. But what do you do when, you know, it's one run and done? So we did what we could. At least we didn't bail out like Bailey. I mean, one bad run, and then he just Schroeder's us and quits.
Brutal.
The 5th anniversary, or the 5th running of Sick Week, it's crazy to think that 2026 will be the 5th running of Sick Week. It seems like we barely just started this whole journey with these events, but we have the dates. So Sick Week 2026 is going to be February 2nd to February 7th. Not going to give you the track orders. Know that it is our same 4 tracks. So we will be South Georgia Motorsport Park, we will be Bradenton, we will be Orlando, we will be Gainesville. Like, those are the 4 tracks that Sick Week has been ever since year 1, and now we're on year 5. The other is a registration day. I want to give you all the stuff so you guys can plan ahead, and that's the cool thing about the staff and the team, is they've done such a good job of us getting ahead of everything over the years, to where we're trying to get planning ahead of time, let everybody know ahead of time. But yeah, February 2nd to the 7th. Registration will be on September 27th. That's a Saturday, September 27th. Expression of interest is live. Go fill out the expression of interest form on the website, because Sick Week has never made it to an open registration. It is always sold out during the pre-period, based on people that fill out expression of interest. So if you want any chance of going to Sick Week, fill out the expression of interest form, and then be ready. Watch the stuff. Make sure that you don't have us go into your spam folder and everything with the announcements, because generally it sells out in just a few minutes, and so many people are asleep at the wheel, and they're like, whatever, 10 minutes later or an hour later, they're like, hey, when's registration? Like, no, I mean, if you want to attend Sick Week, make sure you pay attention to the dates, and know that if it goes on sale, it'll go on sale 9 a.m. Eastern time on 9/27 for expression of interest, folks. Know that when that happens, you got 1 or 2 minutes to click and sign up for it. After that, it's going to be sold out. So mark your calendars accordingly, get your expression of interest filled out, and hey, enjoy the movie. It's cool, because as we're getting ready to go into Sick Summer, we're getting to see this is like the feel-good stuff you watch now. Sick Week replay right before going to Sick Summer, and it's going to be a blast. Sick Summer, grab your tickets. We'll see you, because it starts this weekend. I mean, Sunday at Byron is Sam's birthday party. It's Father's Day, Tech and Registration Day. Monday we're at Byron racing. So that would be Monday. See if I can do good with dates. Monday the 16th. Tuesday the 17th will be a Great Lakes Dragaway. Know that we start racing early in the morning, so you got to take the day off work and be there, because we'll race from about 9 a.m. till about 3 p.m. So you want to be there. Wednesday, Cordova Dragway. So that is if I'm doing my math right, that's probably the 18th. Then the 19th, we will be at Tri-State in Iowa. So such a cool, iconic track. Man, it has the coolest concrete bleachers, just a cool setup. But that'll be on Thursday, and then Friday we come back to Byron and wrap the whole thing up. Now, our routes and all that stuff's on the website. Know that our checkpoints are a blast. Everything's a blast. Sick Summer is the coolest vibe, and I mean, I hate to say it, but summer does not officially kick off for the world until Sick Summer happens. That is the official kickoff of summer. So if you're not at Sick Summer, I don't know that your summer will start. You may just miss it this year, and you could run right in the winter. So be at Sick Summer, come see us, come hang out, and hey, enjoy the rest of the movie.
Hours worth of driving, because you don't get home or don't get to the motel till 2 o'clock in the morning. Then you get up at 5:30 so you can get everything ready. So we're here to the track. Sala! Steve Morris beats Brett LaSala! That'd be cool.
That's the plan anyway. I put a tune in that's like technically still conservative, but it feels unconservative.
So as long as the track cooperates, it could be a good run.
Could be, or it could suck.
It could suck.
That's the cool part about this. If you pull too much, you suck. If you don't pull enough, you suck. So most of the time, you suck.
There's more chance of sucking than not sucking.
Right now, we just want to finish. We got to finish a tenth and a half ahead of Alex or anybody else in our class, and then make it up every day, and then we'll be right back in it again. So I'd like to finish end up in the top 3 today, so we can at least be an impound where we can get a little bit of special treatment.
For speed. 215.
We left a little bit on the table. My nuts sucked up into my butt crack on about half track and pulled me off the throttle. So I came off the throttle and it popped, and then I realized, hey, I'm not on the throttle, so I pushed it all the way down and we lost a little bit on it. That and our converter's a little loose, so might be changing converters. Not today, but maybe for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm trying to put the pressure on them to try to make them go faster and see what happens. We got our 10th and a half I wanted. If they run their best, if they could run quicker though, who knows? So just want to try to get into the 40s and do what we can do best and try to make it harder on everybody else.
I think I fat fingered something in the tune-up because it didn't go anywhere. It seems to be fine, but it seemed to have a ton of freaking fuel. I don't know. Ain't got enough time to truly figure it out.
Below the intake apart again. So, but we got a 668, so we're just turning that in today instead of trying to fix it with some other hillbilly stuffs. So Michael he wants to clean it up and glue it with some other glue that we found. So we're going to clean that up and do that today, and probably be ready with a totally fixed car to tomorrow. So then we'll see at Orlando. We are probably out of competition now, but then we can test instead and see what it goes. See what other things are bringing.
It was a good run. So try to get to Orlando, get some sleep tonight, and then do it again tomorrow.
No? Well, the fucking windshield caved in. I know it's hard to understand, but the windshield done caved in.
I see that, yeah.
That's what happened. Yeah, it's factory.
That's your thing did, right?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if they're going to give me any stickers. I'm getting the sides off.
Well, obviously the windshield flew out. Not real sure why. We're looking at it. Maybe a glue issue or something, but a little less than ideal. Hopefully we can get a windshield and make it to the next track. Just kind of hang on, try to make sure nothing goes wrong and drive it the best you can. But it wasn't, I mean, honestly, it looks way worse than it is. Luckily, it could have been way worse. You know, we got really lucky in a bad situation. So, you know, just thankful nobody's hurt.
There's part of the cap right there. I'm Eric Gold. I'm the co-driver of Graham Hayes' Nova, and we had a little hiccup on the big end. We had a U-joint failure at like 215 mile an hour, and it destroyed the wishbone, broke that, and caused them to have to drive it on the big end, and also got a 4-link bar and bent it and broke the drive shaft. So we've ordered some parts up, and we should have them in the morning and get it all fixed up. We got a spare drive shaft, put it in, so we're going to try to limp it to the checkpoint in the next track so we can get to racing tomorrow.
We're getting the fuck out of here.
I know it's a long day yesterday.
A great one and done for a very terrible travel experience. 340 miles. It took us about 14 hours. Burned 3 push rod tips, 2 rockers, all in the same valve. Had the intake manifold off of it. Got in the hotel 7 o'clock this morning, but that makes it all worth it.
Went back up, ran a 78, 678. So I don't know if that'll keep us in first place, but I think it will. You know, the margin's narrowing. Goldstone went really fast today. Had a bad pass yesterday. We had 2 good passes, yesterday and today. So.
Orlando's going to be good tomorrow, and it's going to be really hard for me not to turn it up really high to make a really fast pass, even though I don't need to, probably, to keep the lead. So we're going to play it smart, but at the same time, I like to go fast. Honestly, we're trying to get some sleep. Last night hurt us. You know, we had a long week leading up to SIG week, and then you know, that was a long first day, and the weather, and then the drive last night, the 9 hours, and only getting a little under 2 hours of sleep, and then right back at it again. We need to get some sleep, get our heads back in a good spot so that way we make good decisions, don't make mistakes. There was a lot of mistakes made today by a lot of top guys from the lack of sleep yesterday, because everyone left the track around the same time last night. We got to that last checkpoint at the checkpoint yesterday was only one. That was like 1:30 a.m. or something when we got there too. It was full. Like, it wasn't like 3 guys that got home at 4 a.m. this morning. Every single person here, you know, a lot of the A and B, slick, and radial guys that are competing for the overall, they were up, some guys up all night. So you tend to make mistakes, and then you lose a pass, and some, like yesterday, you only get 1 pass. So it's an interesting game.
See, I think that chunked out. You know, that ring gear does not look good.
It doesn't look good, but it could. It's there. You know what I mean? You ready for the look?
Wait, I need a rag. It's too hot.
Yeah, we were just about to head. I guess this was our last checkpoint, and starter zinged off the ring gear, and so yeah, we're changing the starter. Hopefully the ring gear doesn't is okay. That'll be a bit more work.
Radial class started. A couple of potential 6-second and maybe, depending on how hot they have it, could be a 5-second time slip on the left side of the racetrack.
That should have been like a 615. Wheelie some in the middle. Wheelie control slowed it down. Did its job. the track was really good, and I underestimated it. I could have put more weight on the front and not wheeling. Developed a pretty big transmission leak on that pass from a line. We have another line to replace it, so we're okay. Well, it's just messy. So we'll get that cleaned up and decide if we're going to try for that 615 now or get on the road. More than likely we'll get on the road because, you know, I don't think we have much close competition at the moment. And it's better to get to the next place because who knows what happens out there.
Something happened with the line. Either it was loose or it had a small rupture. We haven't got all that far yet, but cleaning, I don't know, what looks to be like 5 quarts of fluid out of the interior. So it's nice. I mean, it kept most of it off the track. You know, I mean, they didn't have to do a big cleanup or anything like that. So, you know, with all of the safety features in place, it kept it all inside. Also makes cleaning it quite difficult.
Can't seem to, I guess, catch a break in a way. Glad enough. At log shows 4.5 into the run, it just completely lost the tire. I don't know if we run over some fluid. That's very uncharacteristic, like for that car, just to lose the tire that far into the run at that much speed already. They don't normally do that. So I don't know if we run over some fluid or something happened. I know there was a car before us that it looks like he had a transmission overheating issue, which it happens, you know. So luckily it didn't tear anything up. The car's fine. It just knocked the tires off and got the chutes out and gathered it up, and we're good to go. But I think we're literally going to change over and pack up though, because I mean it's not possible to run down that average even if we go 590. You know what I mean? So we're just going to concentrate on trying to stay up front and modify and try to hold on to second overall, I think, right now.
Yeah, that was way better. We improved like 3/10 on the first 1.8, but we didn't improve anything on the top speed, so probably just blew that extra boost off. But we improved a lot of the first part, so we're still off a 10th on the 60 foot from the testing, because it doesn't leave with the boost we wanted, so we need to figure it out. But tonight we're going to glue that back again, add some more ratchet straps and plan with some clamps or something, so it will hold on Gainesville, and we will see where it goes after that. Probably faster. I hope so.
Well, it blew my mirrors out. It shook so hard and took off so hard, it blew the freaking mirrors out of it.
You know, we slept good and not tired yet, so I figured we'd get dirty and tired. We broke the rear end for sure, and I kind of suspected it was going to. It made a little bit of noise on the drive up there, so I was hoping it made it that run, but yeah, should have probably inspected it.
This track has been miserable today. Like absolutely one of the most trying situations I think I've ever had, because we went out and it was so sticky, I thought.
but it actually was greasy. So we had just massive wheel speed. I didn't get to walk the track. I went sooner than I thought I was going to. Whatever, that's not it. But I go and I thought it was sticky, it was greasy. So I spun the tire, went back, didn't have enough power. We should still be placed somewhere. I want to pack up and get on the road, and I want to take a nap. I think I've said that 3 times today. You guys can make a compilation video of I want to take a nap.
Yeah, hardly worth making another run. Oh well. I'm putting the pressure on him, I think. Am I? Can you feel the pressure when you're over there or no? Under pressure. Don't pull that tag off. Went to pull in our spot this morning, grabbed the reverse, and no reverse. So last night at the restaurant, we were backing up, and the reverse was like, didn't seem quite right. This morning, gone. So had to put a fresh trans in it, and unfortunately, I ended up grabbing the wrong one. Dad's car, we're swapping. So we had a spare trans, but we needed a lot of parts off of our old trans to make the new one work. So we got it all turned around this morning. Last car to go down in the radial group. Track's good, but it's hot. We had a really, really hot tune-up in it. This transmission's got a little bit taller gear setup in it, and we think we got a good handle on it now. So next round, hopefully A to B, and we're gonna hit the road. Yeah, it took us all day long, but that doesn't matter, you know, as long as you get it before the end, that's all that matters. So we're here to fight. We knew we were gonna have to fight for it. I think we took number 1. I think Goldstone's number 2 now. We're gonna be a tight bunch between Alex and me and him going tomorrow. So a bunch of fast cars here. We'll see how it comes out.
Turn right over Halifax Drive. Then turn left.
think I figured out how to describe how tired I am. Imagine driving a Pro Mod on the street for 150 miles, and you would think that kind of sucks, right? And you keep you awake, and all the bumps and rattles, and the engine sounds like a sewing machine, but hypothetically, I may have been nodding off. So that's how tired I am. So, yeah, it's just very mentally, physically challenging, right? It's hard. So yeah, I'm learning all about that.
We had a unplanned rapid engine disassembly on the starting line, and kind of ended our day and ended our week, unfortunately. We looked things over this morning, actually had it spooled up here and everything was good, so I'm not quite sure what happened. We can fix a lot of things, this one we can't fix, so we're done. I mean, if it had been something simple, we fix it, come back and struggle through it and survive the week, but not happening this time. You're here to win it, and it's a numbers game all week, so you know, you're going up there and swinging for the fence with what you think is going to take to either stay out front or go out front. And I thought today we had a pretty good shot at running fast. The track was really good, definitely in our favor, I think, and didn't happen. So.
We're only gonna have one more hit, and I need to go down, so otherwise we're out of competition. So it probably needs more power, but yeah, we'll see.
Nothing went wrong? Easy. Nothing broke. 637, 220, something. I don't know. I can't read it. I'll see you back in the pits. Woo! Nothing broke. We got a windshield. We got everything. We're good. We're good.
Finally got it to go A to B without having to let out the gas or anything coming in the car or falling off the car. So we really needed that mentally more than anything because we're tired. So makes it all a little bit more worth it when you finally get some data. So now we'll make this short drive and get some good sleep. Maybe we'll swing real hard tomorrow.
Yeah, day 4 is kind of like the hinge for me. Like, you know, getting to day 4 is like, all right, cool. But like once you make a good run, you hand in your slip on day 4, you're like, okay, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel now. Like I feel pretty confident we're gonna make it through. You know, so that's that. But yeah, great run for Gainesville.
It rode right where we thought it would, so we were hoping that you know, Goldstone was going to still be in it. We were kind of, you know, telling him he's definitely got some more for us, but we were going to try to give him a run for his money, but unfortunately he went out. We're here just to prove ourselves now. You know, we're real happy it went what we thought it would go. Tomorrow hopefully it'll go a little faster. We'll give it a little more drive shaft curve, and we're going to probably stay where we are. Probably won't be any progressing up the ladder as far as for the overall, but hopefully we can hold off all the wolves at our back. So.
You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's gonna be outdoors. Better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's gonna be outdoors. When a woman gets in trouble, everybody throw it down, looking for her good friend, none can be found. You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's gonna be rain outdoors.
It's taken a lot of years to get to the point, but in 2019, that's on the last day of drag week, after driving the car 800 plus miles or whatever, I was able to go 599, 250. So I broke both barriers of drag and drive at the same time. The first car in competition to run a 5, and the first car to do 250 miles an hour in competition. So that was in 2019.
Probably right now the biggest milestone or the biggest goalpost in drag and drive is to repeat that. I mean, it's been since 2019. Like, that's a long stretch for a pass at average like that. And believe it or not, we're trying to do it too, which is kind of insane to me that we're to that point with this, you know, Coyote engine.
I bet if anyone's going to run a 5 this year, it's going to be Brett, because his car is really close. These are all his local tracks. I mean, they got a good program, and he's ready for it, you know.
Right now, the only record that has not been broken is a 5-second run at every racetrack. It's very obtainable, but it is a brutal, brutal situation to put yourself into because it's not that easy to run a 5-second pass and be able to drive the car.
The 5-second pass has already been done. Bailey's got it. It's over. Don't get me wrong, it's super cool to be the number 2 man, but no one cared who got to the moon second. No one's gonna care who's number 5. You know, the next thing will be the 5-second average. And whoever gets that will go down in history because there may be someone who does a 590 or maybe a 580 average one day, but to break those big barriers is what matters. That should seal it up pretty good, so we're real happy with the car. It's been a real easy week. If it wouldn't have been for a rookie mistake, I had some U-joints in the rear that I over-tightened by just a little bit, but if it wouldn't have been for that, it would have been a real easy week. We really didn't work on anything in the car besides what came from that, so we ended up, you know, transmission and wishbone and just the other little stuff that broke, but we've had a really smooth week. The car's been perfect on the drives. The competition's been great. I wish, you know, Goldstone would have been here. He would have made it really fun. We would have been throwing down some stuff back and forth, but with the way that things fell, it looks like we're set up good for Ultimate Iron, and we're just waiting to see how the day ends.
Yeah, I think our average is like a 650 something. I don't know. I think it's good enough for second place overall. Class win. It's good to me. You know what I mean? I think we're going to do something stupid and swing really, really hard because why not? And we've got a tune-up that's been really fast in the 8th in testing, and we're going to try it. And I don't know. We'll see what happens.
When you come to the race, you got to race the event. So the event is to survive, and the average of 7.0, I couldn't ask for much more. I mean, the car did exactly what we wanted it to do every time. Other than one time I forgot to change the spark plugs. We ran out of time, but and I wanted to try that one session there, and that was, you know, our fault. But other than that, the car performed flawlessly. Even at the track, but not only on the track, it did it on the road, which really, really, it's just a testament of a good workhorse, and it's a real good workhorse. So I couldn't ask for any more, to be perfectly honest. If the air would have stayed good, like it was when we were here testing, you know, a couple days before, I would have loved to put the thing in the, you know, went 201. I would have loved to back that up, but with the air where it's at now, it's, you know, we have no power adder, so we need good air to go faster. But for what it is and weather conditions, I couldn't ask for any more. It's the passion and the challenge, because to do it naturally aspirated, and I'm not taking nothing away from these guys. There's some bad dudes on this property, like Brett LaSala, and there's a dozen more that really play hardcore, and that's what's pretty cool about the Drag and Drive, because I've been involved in it since, you know, since 07, and now we're getting some hardcore racers involved, and it's stepping up the playing field, and that's what I like to think I do. I like to play. I come to play ball, and I like to race, and I looked at the challenge, and it really interests me. It probably isn't the smartest thing financially to do, because to do it at this level, you need your damn head examined, because there's no reward other than saying yes, you did it, and it does feel good. But for the amount of effort and time and money to do it naturally aspirated, I could have done it a whole lot cheaper another way. But you got to pick your battles. It's hard to go play in the same sandbox as LaSala. He's surrounded by some of the best people, and if you think you're coming to play with him, you really better come with your A game, because look what he's doing.
What? 12. That's a 12. 12? 12?
I feel great, man. Top of the world. It we planned for it, we tested for it, we pulled it off. There's not a better feeling than that, of the satisfaction of doing what you put your mind to and getting it done. Testing's the biggest thing there is in racing. Like, you know, you only get possibly one shot like the first day. So there's no like, oh, let's try this and see how it goes. You need to put something in there like, we need to do this, so let's do, and then ET-wise, and let it happen. And that's just from data collection. Put it back to more power like we've ran before on this car. We're actually gonna run it again and try to go a little faster. It'll go at 0 something. We'll see. We'll see. It was a great run. I mean, it was a great week. So we prepared for it, we tested for it, we came out and were able to accomplish what we strive for, what we planned to do. So there was nothing that outside of the normal happened that we couldn't get fixed or figure out. We had a pretty easy week in the sense of that we didn't have a lot of failures at all. It was a fan and a starter motor, so it's like really nothing. Engine's perfect. I mean, changed spark plugs to drive it. That was it.
624 average.
624 average. Sit together. So like Brett, those small tires are going on the field.
If we were at LaSala's skill level with what he does to push the limits of the car, maybe we'd be talking about running 4s in our car.
I told Jim yesterday, these two guys are my favorite people to race with. A lot of people would look at them and say, oh man, I don't want to go because I don't want to race against them. We look at them and go, we need to go, so we have to race against them.
He's got it going on. He's a badass. At the Drag and Drive, Brett LaSala is a badass.